Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm your host, Lisanne Fei, and we're in the wreckage currently. That is Skyhold. Holes in the ceiling. Thankfully none in the nice glass that's over here. We have an undercroft. A door that we can't access yet. Believe Josephine is beyond here. Yes. Hello.
I've made some inquiries into the Imperial Court. The sooner we deal with the threats to the Empress, the better. The political situation in the Empire is dangerously unstable. It will complicate matters.
Everything in the Empire complicates matters. It's the Orlesian national pastime.
Turn your nose up at the grand game if you like, Commander, but we play for the highest stakes, and to the death. The Court's disapproval can be as great a threat as the Venatori. We must be vigilant to avert disaster.
So, how dangerously unstable?
Exactly what do you mean? How is it more dangerous than usual?
The Empress is in the middle of a civil war. Her cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard, seeks to take her throne by force. Leliana reports that a group of elves has been sabotaging both armies, drawing out the hostilities. Orlais holds Tevinter at bay. All of Thedas could be lost if the Empire falls to Corypheus. Celine is holding peace talks under the auspices of a grand masquerade. Every power in Orlais will be there. It's the perfect place for an assassin to hide.
A grand masquerade? I need to go shopping.
I'll arrange for an invitation at your discretion, Inquisitor.
Please do. Alright. Yes, so. The war room is through here. And there's a lovely hole in the wall with a nice view out. I think this is actually an invisible wall. Yeah. But it brings some light in here. Alright, since I had my advisors completing all these tasks during the important cutscenes last time, I guess I should pick them up. Also, just so you guys know, I did pick up one other perk before this one in the last cutscenes, and there I got the Deft Hands Find Tools, because that's useful.
How are the rescue efforts? Have they found anyone alive?
Excavation is slow, as you can imagine.
And, how do I want to do this? I think I want to go into forces. I need 4 points, and I've got 3. I could raise the maximum number of healing potions. You know, that's a good idea. I do use them. And the game's only going to get harder. Alright, so let's collect things. Glencock Iona has disappeared thanks to an operative by the name of Argent. While the act cannot be traced back to us, the rest of the Chantry is clearly under the assumption that her tirade against the Inquisition is what led to her fate. Unfortunate as this was, we have gained the support among the remaining clerics, none of whom wish to be on our bad side. Influence 30. Okay. And...
Are you alright, Leliana? Are you? I suppose not. Haven was trying.
And then improved stability. We have sent our soldiers to the most troubled areas. We've received numerous letters of gratitude from people in Ferelden and Orlais, where proving that trusting in the Inquisition will be rewarded. And my Lady Ambassador Hasmal extends its gratitude for your assistance with this Mage Templar foolishness. It's refreshing to deal with someone who offers more than empty promises. Please accept a token of our gratitude. We hope this newfound friendship will benefit us both. Okay. Ah, yes. Acquire the Arcanist. because this is kind of instantaneous. No matter who I send. Alright, let's send her an escort. Reports of Darkspawn activity. An offer from the Blades of Hysterion. Your worship, the Blades of Hysterion keep supplies along the shore. Consider them at your disposal. Our former leader increased our caches significantly, although some consider his methods dishonorable. And they work for you. Let them keep their supplies. We know little of this group. Perhaps instead they have knowledge worth sharing. We cannot openly accept stolen goods. Of course, we have no way of returning them, so we may discreetly take found goods. We could use the resources. Our soldiers can deliver them.
All right.
Cullen, you can handle that. Inquisitor, the allied merchants of the Monarchy of Antiva have inquired whether they can assist us in any fashion. They could provide us with some of the finest goods in Thedas, a powerful boost to our prestige, and spread our influence north. The merchant princes will also attempt to ensnare us in contracts so convoluted that we will be eternally tied to them. If we are interested, we must send our most skilled negotiators. Our diplomats are well respected, and I feel we can come out ahead in the bargain if we are prepared to commit to it. Alright.
Let us begin.
Then you can be in charge of that. Shadows over Dinner Room. Inquisitor, first things first, an apology. I offered the rebel mage a safe harbor in Ferelden only to have them drive my uncle out of his own town. So I'll admit I wasn't in the best of moods when I first met you. I just wanted everyone out of Redcliffe and didn't care who was responsible for what. Now I wish I'd done otherwise. Isn't that always the way? These cultists, Venatori I think they're called, we have them in the royal palace. Or so I'm told. Like rats, but with magic and nasty sneers. I don't know what they're up to, but I need to find them and drive them out. Since the Inquisition knows all about them, I'm hoping you will help. Something, grateful, something. Wait, did you just write that? You scribes do this on purpose, don't you? King Alistair Theron. Alright, Leliana.
Let's see what we have.
You can handle that. Alright, they have their marching orders. And I need to go handle my own. Like finding the blacksmith. Who, I know where they are. Cassandra approves.
Inquisitor?
The Arcanist has arrived.
You should see for yourself.
And our blacksmith is here. Interesting set of devices. Nice little tour of the area. Hello.
Well, don't just stand there slack-jawed. Let's figure out what you need.
Hello, Dagna.
You're the magical advisor?
Oh, you're her. The Inquisitor. I'm Dagna. Arcanist Dagna. It's an honor, your worship.
Sorry.
Is that it? The hand anchor mark? It's pretty. Reach was pretty too, in a destroy everything sort of way.
I welcome you to the Inquisition and look forward to your contribution.
Me too. I've heard some impossible things. I love impossible things. Those are the best to make, well, possible. I've looked at Harriet's devices. The precision is fantastic, but Typical. Mundane. Old thinking.
Is what now?
No disrespect meant to the classical trades, but you need a new perspective. I've made adjustments. As long as I keep making them, you can craft just about anything. Almost safely.
Alright.
Where does a dwarf go to study magical theory?
Get out. I asked myself that question for years. Turns out, not in Orzammar. I had to start at a circle. I had help, though. A Grey Warden, and I am forever grateful. With that sanction, I visited a half-dozen circles. The wonders I've seen. And with an objective eye, I can spot where they overlap. That's a surprise for every teacher. It's a grand tradition, and it works so well with new thinking.
Yeah, so Dagna is the same Dagna from Origins, for those of you who have not played this game series before.
You mentioned a Grey Warden who helped you start your studies.
Not any Grey Warden. The Grey Warden. The hero of Ferelden is a hero in Orzammar, too. It's incredible that someone like the hero of Ferelden would stop to help the little people. Literally.
Your years of study have paid off.
Oh yes, the mage said I brought a valuable perspective. I've even presented my work to the College of Enchanters. I
Wow.
wanted an exchange. The surface could learn about lyrium smithing, and Orzammar would gain knowledge of magic. But now there's no college. And so far as the Shaper is concerned, I'm castless. So you're getting my best work, Inquisitor. Let's make some great stuff.
You gave up so much, left your home. Was it really that amazing?
Yes. I left my home and my family, but I just knew I could be more than a smith. I wish my people weren't stuck in the past, and I regret that my father couldn't imagine another life for me. But I don't regret what I did.
Okay.
The Warden affected you in a special way.
Talk to anyone, they'll say the same. It was a dark time. There was one light.
Yep.
It saved us. Saved me.
Good on Phi.
All right, rein it in. You have work to do.
Right, sorry. I get carried away when I think of it. Ready when you need me.
Sorry, that was a little hard to hear, I think. Skyhold customization. So I can change the banners, beds, everything. I'm not going to deal with that yet, but upgrade potions, modify weapons. I don't think I've actually sorted through my inventory. Tint armor, special shipments, craft armor. Where is the enchanting table? Or is it under modify? Nope, not there. Have an item. This is unfortunate when I can't actually remember this. Read. Hard in Hightown, Chapter 6. Those will return later. Now I actually have storage. So, which actually, things that are purple I will hang on to just because they're fun and nice. If I'm not using them. That's just a personal thing for myself. Because I can. There was one more thing to read. The Undercroft. All about tint, buy, sell, pip, upgrade. I don't have any runes. That's why. Haha. Are there any that I could buy? Well, it was worth a shot. And I could sell my valuables in the meantime. Yep, guess that means I'm gonna have to do... Oh, right, I should put Bull's Edge in here. That's the other unique item, because I should send him back with that at the end of the day. Alright, back to the main hall. Am I allowed to access the store? Oh, I am.
What was this place? So much room for whatever was here.
So, there is Solus, and where he will be through most of the game. Dorian. I should really talk to people while I'm doing these things. Hello.
Brilliant, isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
You don't need to worry about me. I can keep up.
Yes, I noticed that.
Did you know?
Certainly. If you were a slack-jawed yokel, you'd already be dead.
Thank
I
you.
always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are. One of those very Magisters, a dark spawn.
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
You know how it is. Not us. They say Darkspawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise? No one wants to admit they shit the bed. But if Corypheus is one of the Magisters who entered the Black City and he's Darkspawn, what other explanation is there?
Why does that make you angry?
Because the Imperium is my home. I knew
Fair.
what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no, it was us all along. We destroyed the world.
Well,
You didn't do anything. Those men did. 1,000 years ago.
True, except that one of them is up and walking around right now. Not to mention I have idiot countrymen who would happily follow him down that path again. No one will thank me, whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
We don't know what will happen. Nobody does.
An optimist! Such a rare breed. I've stumbled upon a unicorn.
you're
All I
welcome.
know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world.
Fair.
Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
Alright. Please turn in research? Guess I don't have anything to turn in. Oh, or I did. And Liliana.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
The names of those we lost. You must blame me for this.
We all saw who attacked us. We know exactly who to blame.
I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time. I was afraid to lose my agents. And instead, we lost Haven.
More likely, they would have stayed out there, died, and we would have lost Haven anyway.
You don't know that. Their lives could have bought Haven a small chance. My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
Doesn't mean they're
Our
disposable.
people aren't tools to be used and discarded. Your instincts were right. Their lives matter.
Can we afford such sentimentality? What if Corypheus?
Oh, hush.
We're better than Corypheus.
I love that little moment. Examine. On the condition of your charges, dear Liliana, you will be happy to learn that your friends are doing well. Schmooples II is still unhappy about his meal plan and tries to get into the pantry. I've had to have a bolt installed, and now he whines constantly. The two little ones are still a handful, but good news, I've managed to discourage Boulette from relieving herself on the silk rug Justinia gave you. Felician, from 2 doors over, has been visiting almost every day to play with the Nugs. She is quite delightful, and Schmooples II is fond of her. I suspect it is because she brings him sweets from her father's shop. I had to ask her governess to keep her from visiting the house, however, as someone tried to infiltrate it 2 nights ago, an agent of one of the Blanchards, hoping to uncover some of the Nightingale's secrets. I neutralized and interrogated him. His ability to withstand questioning was deplorable. Someone needs to talk to the Blanchards about their spies. All I had to do was put Schmooples II in his face and tell him that I hadn't fed the creature that day. Your pet played his part admirably. I received your orders and will depart for Ferelden as soon as possible. I have arranged for Garter to take over nug keeping. Sparrow. So she still keeps pet nugs. And everyone's favorite aspect of Skyhold. No fall damage. Can't go that way. Suppose I could talk to you now.
Good afternoon.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
We spoke of this on our travels to Skyhold. What more can I tell you? Cassandra and Varric seem more familiar with their adversary.
You've given me good counsel before. I could use some now.
My apologies, Inquisitor. My poor manners shame me. I claim no secret wisdom, but I will guess as best I can.
Okay.
I would like to know more about the orb he carries.
As I said, that must be the means by which he created the breach. I suspect the blast that destroyed the Conclave was more accident than anything. The result of unlocking power that had sought release for ages. What I cannot understand is how he managed to survive such an explosion.
You said that you believed the orb is elven.
I never would have believed a Divinity Mage could unlock such a powerful relic. It clearly enhances his abilities, giving him access to power he should never have known.
Like the power to control the Archdemon.
Indirectly, one assumes. Nothing in any law connects my people to the old god dragons who became archdemons.
Okay.
What do you think Corypheus will do next?
You shamed him when you destroyed Haven. Spoiled his glorious victory. It would be worse to acknowledge that you had done so. He must continue on his course or show weakness. He will return to his plans to throw Olay into chaos, and then conquer it for Divinta.
You're sure that's what he'll do?
As certain as is possible. Assuming I can plausibly predict a man who seeks to rise to godhood.
And can you?
The key is understanding this. No real god need prove himself. Anyone who tries is mad or lying. His deception will undo him, as it has done countless fools before.
What can you tell me about the source of Corypheus's power?
According to the law, The ancient magistars of the Vinter received guidance from the old gods. Corypheus commands a false archdemon, a corrupted old god.
Mm-hmm.
This suggests he no longer sees himself as their minion. Some of his unique power comes from the corruption of the blight. The rest may come from the orb he carries.
Alright. I will follow up on that one later.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
But for now, time to go figure out where everyone else went.
Look at this place. It's a bloody palace, it is. Fit for a king, eh?
Something like that. Hello, Sarah.
So, Inquisitor. It is Inquisitor now, right? Remember that war we talked about stopping? Full of little baddies I can stick with little arrows. That's not a friggin' archdemon, is it? Droste, what did I step in?
I've apparently been through a lot. But yes, Corypheus was a surprise.
No, a surprise would be, oh, I stepped in dog shite. No one says, oh, a Magister God monster, I'm surprised. Impossible things aren't surprises.
I can't help you if you don't explain what's wrong exactly.
It's got to be nonsense, doesn't it? What kind of screwed if it isn't? I mean, that Corypheus thing. A Magister, right? Story is, he cracked the Golden City. But that's a hazy dream. If not, Seat of the Maker, real thing. A seat needs a book, so the Maker, real thing. Fairy stories about the start and end of the world, real things. It's too far, isn't it? I just want to plug the Skyhold rubbish so I can go play.
So, I'm confused.
You joined to help the little people caught up in this. But do you believe or not?
In Andraste? Of course.
But you doubt what you're seeing and hearing.
It can't be true. Even fanatics don't want to be this right. Look, I have arrows. I can make this Corypheus believe in those. Good enough? Please be good enough.
Keep calling it nonsense. That perspective will keep the Inquisition grounded.
There.
Oh, I can do that. Sure could use a few more people shouting no. We fight, the bad things go away, everyone calms down, and everything goes back to normal. A nice, well-paid normal.
You're starting to not sound completely crazy.
I know, scary, innit? So bring 'em on. But first, food. I'm starving.
Alright. Good. Glad you're okay. I can squeeze in one more conversation. Alright, Vivienne.
It was a mistake to use Haven as a base of operations. The town was completely indefensible.
True.
It was a bad location. We should have moved sooner.
You left yourself vulnerable to attack. It was a miscalculation, one that I'm sure you won't repeat.
I didn't have
But the enemy
choice.
struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that. You must.
You're wrong. We now have a better location and far more people at our disposal. This couldn't have worked out better if I'd planned it.
Yet we can hardly rely upon the whims of Providence to give us all our victories.
Why not?
This defeat may have turned to our advantage, but it will not last long. Our enemy advances, Inquisitor. We must not sit idly by. Act first and teach them to fear us. You can become the leader the faithful require, but you must do it soon.
Oh, hi, Blackwall.
So, this is Skyhold.
Apparently.
Come, let's walk the ramparts. I want to examine our fortifications.
We just got here.
We'll be able to see Corypheus coming from miles away.
On the other hand, that means he can see us from miles away.
Let him come. I swear I'll take the twister bastard down, even if I have to die to do it.
I'm grateful for your support.
It's my job, isn't it? Killing Darkspawn. Look, in spite of it all, there is hope. The people flock to your banner. They believe in you. Tell me honestly, are you what they say you are? Andraste's chosen?
There is so little I remember. What if they're right?
What if they're
Does
wrong?
it even matter? Don't you see what you are to them? Without you, they'd be consumed by despair. We all would. They need you to be Andraste's messenger. It gives them hope. The truth doesn't matter. Listen to me talk. Your time is valuable and I've wasted enough of it.
Uh-huh. Thanks, Blackwall. Also for dragging me away from where I was.
Majestic. How is a place like this ever lost?
An interesting question. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead wrap up this episode here. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. And in the meantime, in between time, take care, have fun, happy trails.